Good morning. Okay, today we are looking at rounding. So if we need a bit of a recap, here we go. I have got 72,398. I am being asked to round it to the nearest thousand, okay? First thing to do, go over the rhyme in your head. 5 or more, let it soar. 4 or less, let it rest. Just get that sorted. So if we are rounding to the nearest thousand, we need to find our digit in the thousands column first. Okay, so mine is the 2. Then I need to look next door, okay. The number 3 tells me what to do. Remember, 5 or more, let it soar. 4 or less, let it rest, okay. 3 is smaller than 4, so I am rounding down to the nearest thousand, okay? So I'm rounding back down to 72,000, yeah? And that is my answer. Remember, rounding, it always has to have zeros at the end. So if I'm rounding to the nearest 100, my 10 and my 1s are going to be zeros. They can't be your normal digits. The next number I've got is 65,791. I am still rounding to the nearest thousand, so I find my thousand column first. It's my 5. Look next door. My 7 tells me what to do. 5 or more, let it soar. 4 or less, let it rest. Okay, 7 is greater than 5, so we are rounding up. So my 5 is now going to go to the next digit up, which is obviously the 6. So that one, in my 10,000 column, is going to stay the same. But then after it, it's going to be all zeros. So I've rounded up to the next thousand. Sometimes our numbers can make it just a slightly little bit more complicated. So we're going to look at one of them now. So I've got 79,999. I'm still rounding to the nearest thousand, so my first steps are the same. Find my thousand column, look next door, okay? 5 or more, let it soar. 4 or less, let it rest. Now my 9 is greater, so I am rounding, this digit is going to have to round up, okay? However, my next digit from 9, my next number is 10, isn't it? And I can't put a 10 in my thousands because I can't put a 2 digit in just that one column. So therefore it's going to carry over. So we've got a 10 basically. So my 7 becomes an 8. My 1,000 is the 0, and then all of them are 0 afterwards. Even though we're only rounding to the nearest 1,000 and we're looking at this digit, it will still change my 10,000 because we got a 10 and we had to carry over. Another way that might help us is by using our number line, okay? So I've got 879 and I'm rounding it to the nearest 100. So if I draw a number line and put my hundreds that are either side of this number on each end, okay? So I've got 800 down at this end and 900 down at this end. Now, this part in the middle, it doesn't matter if it's not exactly in the middle, but we can sort of imagine it is. This part in the middle is showing the number which is smack bang in the middle of 800 and 900. Okay, now that's 850. Now, remember what the rhyme is. 5 or more, let it soar. 4 or less, let it rest. So if I've got my 5 in my tens and I'm rounding to the nearest 100, anything in this section is going to round up to 900. Anything in this section is going to round down to 800. And my number happens to be 879, so we'd pop it about here. Therefore, it's going to round up to 900. So that's my answer.